Mercer is a human resource consulting firm, one of the largest in the world. We have locations in nearly every location around the world. Specifically, our area within Mercer is focused on products and solutions for human resource professionals. We create a lot of software products to help them manage their jobs on a day-to-day basis. We provide them information that they need to make important decisions, and really do anything that they can leverage to help them be better in their job strategically as business partners within their organization. We've had a couple of different projects that we've worked on with visual translations, and Mark's really helped us a lot on both of those to come up with a solution that is fairly easily articulated for both internal people as well as clients. One is we acquired an organization within the last 12 months or so that is in a similar space as us. Within that, a couple of different products came in that kind of went along a vertical, and with that we were trying to be able to articulate both to our people internally as well as to clients when they use each one. Strategically, they had different fits along a continuum, and Mark's team was able to really effectively gather the information from us about what the differences were for the products, and then be able to put it visually into a PowerPoint deck in this case, which we ultimately translated to a web deliverable that was able to ask clients questions. How are you doing this strategically? What are you trying to do as you face an issue around global mobility in this case and cost of living indices, and then be able to find the appropriate index that best fit the client's need. It was a fairly complex solution, frankly, that different people on different sides of our organization maybe didn't understand how to articulate it effectively. And one of the most impressive things about working with Mark in visual translations was they were able to very quickly hear what the issues were, understand them, and present them in a way that we might not have actually even been able to think about presenting them ourselves initially. So that was extremely useful for us. Another project that we worked on with visual translations was a presentation around a vision for a software platform that we were working on. We had a single track of the platform in place and have a vision for it to spread out across other areas. Mark was able to work through a number of iterations and synthesize a way of visualizing that really well represented. In this case, it was an HR professional at a mission control, and how he was working through all of the different assets that the tool provided, and then to build it out in the future state and let people see what it would become. And it's been really effective as we've gone out to the market, not only for them to be able to see what it is in a way that was really clear to understand, but to have the future vision of what it will become has been really effective as we've been able to take it out to clients. Before we worked with visual translations, we were trying to present information around these two areas in ways that were fairly traditional in their delivery. In some cases, with the first example around cost of living prior to the acquisition, there was a lot of subject matter expertise on both sides of the organization, both ours and the organization that we joined with. In that case, a lot of it lived as intellectual capital within some of the subject matter experts, or as in tabular sorts of lists of giving information in more traditional PowerPoint. When we try to synthesize those two pieces of information together, it changed the game a lot, and what Mark and the visual translations team were able to do was really, by using pictures, take that information and synthesize it in a way that was very quickly and easily understood in 2 or 3 slides, where that information might have been frankly poorly explained before in long lists or pages of information. On the other side, with the software solution example, again, it was the ability to take a visual picture, translate it into something that was usable for clients to see in a very short way, that took what were, again, sort of tabular charts with basic feature and benefits comparisons in a way that was probably not particularly compelling or frankly very effective in its explanation, and really make it in a way that people kind of have an aha moment when they see it. They say, oh, I see where you are, I see how this builds on itself, and see how it grows over time, and be able to start putting together, kind of really from a strategic perspective on their side, how can this fit into what I'm doing now, how is it extensible for the future, and how will the product grow over its development life cycle in ways that really help us do what we need to do, and the way that Visual Translations was able to put that together really was really effective for us in terms of how we go out to the clients, and it really resonates with clients. The process of working with Visual Translations is really a lot of fun, frankly. When you first sit down and start having conversations with them about the business issue and problem that you're trying to solve, it's frankly amazing how quickly they get a very solid understanding of what you're saying. They listen in ways that allows them to really deliver back a deliverable on the backside that gets people what they need. You know, working from the evolution of the product, where the first pencil sketches start coming out and seeing that evolve into a really polished, finished project is a gift that comes from them that you can't necessarily get from other places oftentimes. What it's done for us, probably more so than anything, is giving our client-facing consultants a tool that they can take out in a consistent way and explain something in a very tight manner that gives them an awful lot of confidence as they start having these conversations, to have this as a piece of their tool set.